You've got over 30 different variants of the Galaxy S10. I love smartphones. I live and breathe on rumors, leaks, and finally releases. And a few times a year, I get the absolute honor and privilege to see these smartphones before the rest of the world does. It's a great time to meet up with old friends who I generally only get a chance to talk to on Twitter, but the whole experience might not be as glamorous as you'd expect. 1. Get on a flight to San Francisco super early. 2. Catch an Uber and figure out where we needed to go. 3. Grab lunch before our meetings. 4. Climb to the top of what seems like Mount San Francisco.
Hiked up a mountain in San Francisco. Probably fooled you, but I'm not in the best shape.
5. Catch another Uber because that was a horrible idea. 6. Hang out with some friends and finally get a chance to hold the Galaxy S10 line of phones.
There's a bunch of videos that are out talking about the specs and what the phone sort of looks like. What I don't think you're gonna see is someone showing you the very first reactions to the S10 line of phones. I just got out about a 20-minute brief of the phones, but I have not yet held one in my hand or actually seen one up close. So for the very first time, I'm gonna share with you my reactions to the S10 line of phones. Got a very lovely hand model. All right, so we've got 3 of them. I'm gonna start with the Big Daddy. I'm gonna start with the Plus. That's probably the one I'm gonna order. So the cutout's different. So looking at all the notifications kind of get moved. I was wondering how Samsung was actually going to handle notifications. So they can just kind of get moved out. So with the Plus, you've got the 2 camera cutout. They're calling it Infinity O display. I mean, Samsung does the best displays in the business. That's like a matter of fact at this point. And this one looks really good. The phone feels lighter than you'd expect. It's not as heavy as you've seen in the past. So I've got 3 different versions of the Galaxy S10 line of phones. So you've got the S10, the S10e, and the S10 Plus. There's also the Galaxy S10 5G. And you combine the phone's storage options and the RAM options and then the colors. You've got over 30 different variants of the Galaxy S10 line of phones. There's a lot of phones to pick to find the right one for you, but I think what I'm most excited to try, aside from sort of seeing the hole punch cutout, is the ultrasonic fingerprint sensor. So it's built right into the display. I'm gonna set it up and try it. So this is supposedly also sort of looking like a 3-dimensional scan of your fingerprint too, not like a 2D thing, so a little more secure. See an icon that shows up where you put your thumb, you just smack the thumb on it. So it does unlock pretty fast, and I think you can do it too without the screen even lit up if you can sort of get muscle memory where you're supposed to go. So that's pretty quick. It worked fast. It seemed as fast as like any other fingerprint sensor I've used, whether it's built into the screen or not. So 3 cameras on the back here. So what's kind of interesting is that you didn't really have to pick the lens. You just kind of zoom and crop and it automatically will pick the right sensor for you, but there are 3 of them. You got an ultra wide, it's gonna give you 123 field of view, which you haven't seen what 123 looks like. It is insane. I mean, you can see like everything. Imagine sitting around your family table, you can get everybody and not having to tell people to shuffle around. You've got a regular wide angle, which is your default. That's got a 77-degree field of view. Then you've got a zoom, which is 45-degree field of view. So that sensor though did not make its way to the 3rd phone, which is the Galaxy S10e. Most of the other specs are the same. Like I said, there's a billion different variants. You can get an S10 Plus with a terabyte of storage and 12 gigs of RAM, and the higher gigabyte storage, so the 512 or 1 terabyte, will come in ceramic colors. You could pick if you want white or black ceramic. Then you also have flamingo pink. You've got the canary yellow, which is not coming to the US. You also have a prism green, which is not coming to the US. Coming to the US, you've got flamingo pink, prism black, prism white, prism blue. You add that to the 2 ceramic colors and the different storage variants you've got a lot of phones. Which I guess is nice. You can sort of pick the phone that you want at the price point that you want. So while there might be just an obscene amount of choice, at least you've got that choice to pick the phone that's right for you. Using the Snapdragon 855, I'm not sure how much RAM this variant that they gave us has, but the phone feels really quick. One of the things that it's going to do is going to sort of learn your routine. So if you always open up the weather app in the morning, you'll start to queue that up for you. So it'll know that that's what you want open, and it'll start to load things really fast. So it'll kind of learn your routines. But the hole punch looks good. It makes the notch kind of look old and busted on here. Samsung did a really nice job with this phone. So again, this is my very first time picking up the phone. You are sort of being walked through my thought process. There's a lot of stuff to like here and a lot of things you'd expect from Samsung. IP68, freaking headphone jack is still here. Quick charge 2.0 to charge it wirelessly. Pretty damn fast. Samsung Pay and the rest of the kind of the Samsung things that have become staples, Knox and the rest of it are all here. We're gonna be doing a full review. I'm gonna go through, do a full dive. We'll go through all the specs, but first impressions are really, really good with the S10 line of phones. And with the bajillion variants, you can probably find one that's right for sort of what you want and your budget. So again, full review coming. First impressions are pretty good. I think they'd probably jump me if I put this in my pocket, but hopefully there'll be one in my pocket soon enough.
So that was the S10, but our day was far from over. We still had to get home. 7. Finish filming and catch yet another Uber. 8. Arrive at the airport way too early. 9. Finally board our plane home. So that's what it's like to check out a flagship phone before the rest of the world. It's totally rushed, it isn't glamorous as it seems on the other side of the camera. It's tiring, it's stressful, but I wouldn't trade the experience for anything in the world.